had a very beautiful daughter. 3 boyfriends were presented most handsome, whom his daughter asked for. He replied that the 3 had their acceptance and that he would ask his daughter which one he preferred. He did so, and the guest replied that all 3. But daughter, if that cannot be, I will get all 3, said the daughter. Speak up, woman, the priest said again. Which of them do I give the yes? 2 or 3, the girl answered again, and there was no one to get her out.
The poor father left, and told the 3 suitors that his daughter loved them all 3. But since that was not possible, he had determined that they would go through those words of God to seek and bring them a unique thing in their kind, and the one who brought the best and rarest would be the one to marry his daughter. They set out on their way, each one by his side, and after a long time they reassembled without anyone having found anything beautiful and unique in its kind.
Being in this situation, without ceasing to procure what they were looking for, the first one found an old man, who told him if he wanted to buy a mirror. He answered no, since the mirror, small and ugly, could not serve him at all. Then the salesman told him that the mirror had a great virtue, and it was that the owner of it could see everybody he wanted to, so he decided to buy it. The one who had arrived the second, passing by a street, found the same old man, who asked him if he wanted to buy a little boat with valve.
What use is that bound for me? He asked the old man. Good news, said he. This ball has a great virtue, which is to raise the dead. At the moment a funeral was passed, he went to the box, put a drop of balm in the mouth of the deceased, and he suddenly rose up so good and went home, seen by the second suitor. But old man his balm. While the third suitor was straining in his conflict by the seashore, he saw a very large ark coming on the waves, and approaching the beach it opened, and a great number of passengers jumped out.
The last, who was an old man, approached him and told him if he wanted to buy that ark. What do I want it for? Replied the suitor. If it can only serve to make a bonfire. No, sir, replied the old man, who possesses a great virtue. For in a few hours he takes his master and those who embark with him wherever they wish to go and where they wish. So he bought the ark for what his owner asked for.
The next day the 3 of them assembled, and each one was very pleased that he had already found what he wanted, and that he was going to return to Spain. The first one said how only had bought a mirror, to which the same person who wanted to see himself could only see him, and to prove it he presented the mirror, wishing to see the girl he would pretend. But what would be the astonishment when they saw the lying girl in a coffin and dead. "I have," exclaimed the one who had bought the boat, "a van that could raise it up, but from here we arrive it will be buried and full of worms." "Well, I have," said the man who had bought the ark, "an ark that will put us in Spain in a few hours." Then they ran to embark on an ark, and within a few hours they bumped ashore and set out for the town where the father of their pretender was dead. They found him in the greatest distress for the death of his daughter, who was still present. They asked him to take them to see her, and when they were in the room where the body was, the one who had the fan approached, put a few drops on the lips of the deceased, who rose so good and laughing from his coffin, and turning to his father said, "Do you see it, father? How did you need all 3 of them?"